All right, it's April 15th, 2024. It was 88 degrees today in Washington, D.C. This is the Congressional Cemetery. Off in the distance, you can see a structure that some of us who follow the J6ers and do the vigils on Friday nights in the Northern Neck, and every single night for 640 days, I think, here in Washington, D.C. Great Dane, crazy. Popular dog park destination. This is the Congressional Cemetery. It was established April 4th of 1807. It's 35 acres, which is a huge chunk in southeastern Washington, D.C. There are over 65,000 burials in the cemetery. So I could probably walk around here for quite a while. And although it's called the Congressional Cemetery, that is because the federal government did purchase or set aside, make arrangements to set aside things for members of Congress, etc. But they don't run the cemetery. It's actually part of the church. But a quick rundown of some of the individuals that are in this cemetery. One vice president, one member of the Supreme Court, 6 cabinet members, 19 senators, 71 U.S. representatives, 1 Speaker of the House, veterans from every war. You'll see, because we're getting in a lot of wars, people. J. Edgar Hoover, the first director of the FBI. Well, I definitely got to come and find your marker, sir. Would you even recognize what the FBI has turned into? John Philip Sousa, the Marine Corps band director. There is a monument here. Might be one of those tall ones off in the distance. It's called the Washington Arsenal Monument. There was a disaster in 1864 where 1 female supervisor and 20 teenage girls that were working in the arsenal, there was an explosion and many were killed. President Lincoln led the funeral procession. There's a statue of a stone of Marianne Hall, who was the owner of a 19th century Washington, D.C. brothel. Very nice looking monument, actually. Marion Barry was a former mayor in D.C., and many of y'all know what his famous 4 words that were captured on video in a hotel room. Wait for it. They were smoking crack cocaine and he blurted out, "Bitch set me up." Robert Mills, the architect and designer of the Washington Monument, is here. Several Native American chiefs. How about that? And then there are a whole lot of not really very nice looking monuments called cenotaphs, and they're memorials to public officials that are not necessarily buried here, but their notation of their death is here. So, pretty cool. We're getting to the end of the video here, because obviously I can't walk this whole thing in one evening. But as we get closer, this is the section of the DC jail where these windows, I believe on that taller portion behind the pine tree, were the cells they were housed in originally, and they used to flick the lights on at 9 o'clock when they sang the national anthem. And where I'm headed now is the other side of that brick wall up ahead, is where all these beautiful patriots come out every single night for well over 600 nights, 640 I think, close to that. And there's a couple of them right now with their heads sticking up, getting ready. So we'll just walk on over there and say hello. This is a shame. Why can't someone come out here and take care of that? You all busy running around walking your dogs. Why don't you go ahead and be part of a group to help put these things back together? It's got to be somebody willing to do that. These have some age. Goodwin Pierce, 1872 maybe, knowing that this was founded in 1807. I think you're not going to find anything earlier than that. So they still are selling plots today. You know, if you want to be laid to rest in DC, how about that? That's a beautiful monument. It held up very well. And here's where definitely the dogs go every time. What is it y'all are doing over there?
Oh, we're standing in solidarity with the J6.
What's a J6er? What's a J6er?
A J6er are those that stood up for free speech and fair elections on January 6, 2021.
Hallelujah. Some of them got arrested, didn't they?
A lot of them got arrested unjustly for minor misdemeanors, and some of those that got arrested for minor misdemeanors have been sitting behind those.
Washington, D.C., the capital of our nation.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for what you do. I'll see you over there in a little bit.
All right. Pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
There's some patriots for you, man. I tell you what. Dedication like you would not believe. The dedication of these people that come out here to stand for justice, because they know that what has happened here is just not right. So you all know how to follow all the January 6th live streams. Spread it around. Again, people don't know what J6 is now after this many years. We're over 3 years. So anyway, God bless you all. I'm going to turn it off. Good night. Oh God. There, end.